back to Kiss and Tell. Today we're here with Jordan Matter,
Woohoo!
a good friend for a long time.
Thank you. Kiss and Tell is the name?
Kiss and Tell's the name.
I love that.
Yeah. I mean, we kind of tell a lot of secrets on here. Tell a little bit about our lives.
Yeah. Well, you know, everyone's dying to hear about my stories. Kiss and Tell with my wife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
Everybody
the real
wants
minute. Stay tuned.
But Jordan, I don't know, for people watching, do you want to just say a little
Tell
bit
us a
about
little bit
yourself,
about
your
yourself.
story?
My story.
Yeah.
Okay.
From the day you were
From the
birthed.
day I was born, a couple years ago, I was born in New York City, and I played baseball for the first 20 years of my life, 21 years of my life, through college.
What?
Yeah, I was
Really?
I
What
was
was your
Division I
team?
baseball player.
Oh my gosh.
Second base, University of Richmond.
I just
Virginia.
met Jordan today, so I'm finding out everything.
Oh yeah,
this very
so
moment.
we've intentionally not talked to each other at all,
No,
so
like,
it could
I
all be
didn't
fresh.
even introduce
Yeah.
myself.
Yeah, Kyla, Kyla
Who's
was
this?
like,
I've seen
This
you
is
on
the
TV.
first time I've spoken.
Last I saw you were getting chopped in the head. With,
Yeah, right.
Okay.
on Walking Dead, yeah.
So then I played Division I baseball. More importantly, I met my wife at University of Richmond.
Oh, wait, you're high school sweet.
College sweethearts.
college
Yes, yeah, we're college sweethearts. Yes, and we met in French class. That was, so then after that, I was missing the adrenaline of baseball, and the only thing I could think of, because I majored in theater arts in college, which is nothing. It's like not majoring. I majored in baseball, is really what I majored in, right? So I was there just to play baseball. I didn't know what I wanted to do, so I majored in theater arts, and I got a bug for acting. So when I got out of college, the only thing that seemed to have some sort of excitement like baseball did was acting.
Right,
So I went into acting.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
So I did acting. I never got on a big TV show like some people here.
Did you get any on any small things or anything?
I got small things.
What was
I
your
was on
first
Broadway
set?
actually.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
impressive.
Well, okay. I mean, let's be honest, and I could say anything right now because nobody's going to check this, but I'll tell you the actual truth.
Okay.
I understudied on Broadway. That means I'm there in case
yeah.
somebody, the person I'm understudying gets sick, right?
Right.
And it was Glass Menagerie, which is a famous play by Tennessee Williams, and it was a great part, and I wanted to so badly. And when I met the guy who was acting in it on the first day of rehearsal, he said, in order for you to get on, a truck's going to have to hit me, then back up and run over me again. Like,
See, but that's when
Oh.
you put like a banana peel in the dressing room.
something. And I
That's-
spent
that's
2
what-
months thinking, how can I sabotage this guy?
Yeah.
I used to literally go stand underneath the set where he was performing to feel the applause that wasn't for me.
Really?
Did you not get to go on stage
Oh
at
my
least once?
gosh.
No!
See,
Oh,
no, I would.
wow.
I hate to say it, guys, but I would be doing something to make sure I could
I
get
would
on that stage.
sabotage.
You would, and there's this thing in Broadway that you give your understudy at least one performance, right?
Right.
But what had happened was with this guy is Julie Harris, the star of the show,
Yeah.
had stood up for him in the audition. She said, "If this guy Kevin Kilner isn't in it, I'm not doing it." He was a nobody. She was a major star. She loved his interpretation of that character so much that she said, "I'm not doing it without him." And they had movie stars ready for that role.
Oh.
They were just doing the auditions because they had to. They were going to give it to Eric Stoltz, a major star. And then she said, no, has to be Kevin. He told me that story crying,
Aw.
right? And he's like, so I can't let you on. And he's a very nice guy.
Yeah.
Very nice guy. Wouldn't let me on. Made sense. Never went on. Never went on.
You know what?
Oh,
I felt the
that's a
applause
sad story.
washing over me.
Aw.
At least you had. You know what? That's an experience not a lot of people can say they've
Yeah.
had, and I'm sure
Yeah.
you would
Jordan
have
Matter's
been.
about to, I could
Yeah.
see
You would have
tears
been
coming to
amazing.
his
They're coming.
eyes right now.
They're
You
coming.
can give us a private performance later.
Oh,
Yeah,
I had
maybe.
that down too.
We'll
I
give
used to
you a
rehearse it.
chance.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
we'll let
thanks.
you.
I'll do my whole Tennessee Williams for
Wait,
you.
so how did you get started? Like, what was the moment you were like, I'm going to start a YouTube channel?
Well, that came deep into my photography career because I was already doing photography. And
So what
and-
happened after Broadway? What did you do then?
Well, I mean, after Broadway, it wasn't the peak of my career because it was the first thing out of
Yeah.
acting school.
Yeah.
I went to acting school for 2 years. I did Broadway. Then I did some TV shows. I did a lot of regional theater, which is a lot of fun. You go somewhere for 2 months. It's kind of awesome. Your whole life is just about doing that show. You know, you meet new people. I did some commercials, all that. So I did that for several years. The thing was, I didn't feel like I had a burning passion for it. I felt like I really loved the attention and the adulation of being on stage, but I didn't actually feel like I was desiring to do it when I wasn't performing. I don't know how you are, but I wouldn't personally pick up a script and read it and work on it if I didn't have the job.
Okay.
Or an audition. I would just like not think about it, right?
Right.
So I felt like there was more there. There was something deeper that I could really appreciate and experience that I wasn't experiencing.
Yeah.
So at one point, I took a bike ride with my wife, who was at that point my girlfriend, and we went up to the top of a mountain called Cadillac Mountain, and it's in Acadian National Park in Maine. And it was sunset, and we got up to the top, and I just said, man, I got to take a picture. I mean, who doesn't, right? And you bike up to the top. It's the steepest mountain, I think, in all of the United States, so it's an achievement. You want to mark it. And I got my camera out, and I had no idea how to take the photo. So on my way down the mountain, I was thinking, maybe I should take a photography course and learn how to take that photo. And then I started thinking, this is ridiculous. Why would I bother with photography? There's already a million photographers out there. Like, why would anybody care what I had to offer? And you know how you have those moments in life where you doubt yourself and then you listen to that doubt and then you never know for the rest of your life what would have happened if you hadn't listened to the doubt?
Yeah.
I didn't listen to the doubt. That one moment, I decided, forget that. I don't care if if I think I'm going to fail. I'm going to take this class and find out what happens. So I took the course. It was a black and white printing course. I saw the first print come up, and I just I had this moment of realization, wash over me. Like, this is what I'm meant to do.
Aww.
It was just like chills, and I just didn't put down my camera for a year. I took photos everywhere, and I saw this guy, Henri Cartier-Bresson, street photographer, very famous, and I saw his work one day, and I realized I would never be that good because I was trying to be a street photographer. You know, you walk around New York, oh, there's somebody, it's click.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
He did it. He would wait all day in one spot for the perfect photo. I knew I couldn't do it. I quit. Just put my camera down. I'll never be that good. I'm not going to do it. I went back to waiting tables, went back to acting, and my wife got accepted to vet school. Still my girlfriend at that point. Long dating. We dated for a long time, right? And she got accepted to vet school. Actually, she was my fiance by then. And I realized as she went to vet school that in 4 years she was going to be a doctor and I was going to be a waiter. And that didn't sit right with me. And I said, the only thing I've loved besides baseball is photography. So I picked my camera back up. But this time I went to the actors that I was working with as a waiter, and I started doing all their headshots.
Oh, smart.
I was like, okay, now I get it. I'm an actor, they're an actor. I like working with people. This is portraiture. And it just took off, suddenly. And the reason it took off was I was the only photographer shooting natural light portraits in New York City. Everybody else was doing studio headshots. And I was doing natural light because I didn't know how to use a studio and I didn't have one.
But they didn't need to know
so
that.
I just twisted it into I'm the natural light photographer, and everybody suddenly wanted something different. And so everybody was booking me, and I became very, very quickly very, very successful at it. Yeah. And that stayed away for a long time. So now I'm getting to your question about YouTube. I started doing dance photography because I came up with this idea for a book called Dancers Among Us, which ended up being a New York Times bestseller. And that idea came from my son, who was 4, and he was playing with a bus, and he had so much enthusiasm, and I watched him. I thought, why do we lose that enthusiasm when we get older? Why is it when we're older, we don't love the small moments in life? And I thought I could use dancers to recreate the everyday and make it beautiful and exciting. So you're not just waiting in line, you're levitating while you're waiting in line. How cool would that be? I reached out to a bunch of dancers. They said yes. I created this body of work, and it ended up being a book. That's a whole nother podcast, by the way, just that story, which I'm going to skip ahead to.
Okay.
To eventually say, I started doing YouTube videos for this reason. Sandy Chase, the guy that makes all the videos, he films them, he edits them. I just walk around and run around screaming.
Yeah.
He said to me, well, if you get a YouTube channel and you get 10,000 subscribers, you're gonna get access to the YouTube facilities in Chelsea for free. Like, oh, you get a free studio if you get 10,000. So let's try it. We tried it. I had no idea that it would happen. You know who made it happen for me? Nia.
Oh,
Nia.
Yeah.
Yes, Nia Sue.
I remember seeing that YouTube video. That was one of your first.
It was one of my first. And I just happened to put a big star in a video, and she's in the middle of the street about to get hit by a car, and people loved it, and they started subscribing. And then I came up with this idea called a 10-minute photo challenge. See how many shots I can get in 10 minutes. That started taking off, and before I knew it, I saw all these comments that said, you got to work with Sofie Dossi. Please collab with Sofie Dossi. And I said, what's a collab and who's Sofie Dossi? I had no idea what YouTube was. Other than watching it for the news, I never watched it. I looked up Sofie. I was like, oh my God. Wow, what the heck? She'll never react. She'll never respond. Within half an hour of this email, she's like, sure, I'm down. So we've literally got
That's the most Sophie thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm down.
Yeah, I'm down.
Like, whenever I hear like something that sounds cool, I'm just like, yeah, I'm down.
Yeah, I'm
I
down.
mean, if it's cool, I'm down.
Yes.
So-
I'm here to tell you, I had like a subscriber on YouTube, and she's like, yeah, I'm down. That looks like fun. So I flew here to LA from New York, and we met, and I really think it was the success of your videos that really took us next level, to be completely honest. And because having,
This is so
I mean, you're like the
sweet.
YouTube queen, and like I was collaborating with you, and I think that gave me a bit of like cred, or what's the word?
Clout, as the children
Yo,
would say.
dog, it's clout.
Clout. Glad I
So
knew that.
was a long. You asked me a question. By the way, this is gonna be a 16-hour podcast. One
Guys,
question,
welcome
hour.
to this is actually a 24-hour
24
podcast
hours
challenge.
podcasting.
24-hour podcast with Jordan Matter. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, I mean, I remember I just saw the email and I was just like, you know, why not? Like, sounds like fun. And especially when I first started YouTube, the first person I collabed with was Logan Paul, and I had 6,000 subscribers at the time, and I was like, why are you collabing with me when I have 6,000 subscribers? But he did it because just like he thought,
He saw potential.
He saw
Yeah, he just
potential,
saw that,
and he
like,
knew he'd
my-
get good content from
my-
you.
like tricks were cool, and I was brand new to this whole industry, and he kind of just like introduced me to all that, kind of told us what to do, and like a little bit. And
Speaking of that, you and Zach did that for us. You
Yeah.
passed the torch because we did a collab, and then we were in the car driving away, and you were the one that told us we could monetize. By the way, we're like,
Oh.
wait, you
I
can?
don't
And they
remember
said,
that.
yeah, you got to make your videos 10 minutes. We're like, oh, okay. And then the video we put out, I still hate this today. It got so many views. It was 9 minutes 54 seconds. Like we didn't even listen. Like the first collab,
you
we.
should have just put like a black space at
Of
the
course
end.
we should have. It got
Like a black
it has
screen.
like 15 million views, and we didn't do any monetization.
Oh no!
I don't
can't look at that
quite
video for that
understand what
reason.
monetization. I'm not in the YouTube
Oh,
world,
okay.
but
Kyla-
I feel very sad that it wasn't monetized.
Well, YouTube monetization is what can keep a steady income coming in.
so that's the money portion of content
Yeah, that's
creation.
the-
That's YouTube's the money portion of content creating.
and it
for
has
sure.
to be 10 minutes.
No,
Used to.
it doesn't have to be 10 minutes. Like.
Now, fun fact, they actually just reduced it to 8 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, they reduced it to 8 minutes. It's just you can put more ads in it, or like back then you could put more ads in it when it was 10 minutes. Then if you do like a video that's like 3 minutes or 5 minutes, then I think you can only put how many? Like one?
You can't put any mid roll. So if you're watching a video and it gets interrupted by an ad and you get angry at the YouTube, it's
Just
actually the
know-
creator.
Just know the creator did that.
The creator did that, but the creator does that because they need the revenue to be able to continue to make these videos, to be
Yes.
honest. So that's why they do it. But if
So-
it's under 10 minutes, you're not allowed to put a mid-roll in at all. So I
Okay.
couldn't have any monetization for mid-rolls on that video.
I'm learning so much.
So
Yeah,
whenever
that's how it works.
whenever I watch like another creator's YouTube videos, an ad pops in, I always scream, "Money!"
A lot of some creators put a lot of mid-rolls
Oh
in.
yeah.
You can
I mean,
pick how many you
I-
want.
Yes, choose.
So
and where they
theoretically,
go.
say I want to do YouTube. Could I just do like a video of me sleeping for 10 minutes?
Mm-hmm.
And in the middle, I could put like 25 ads.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
yes.
you won't get like the money for the 25 ads that you put in. You'll get money for how many like the
Whatever they
no,
watch, whatever people actually
whatever the
watch.
people actually watch.
Guys, I'm going to post a YouTube video of me sleeping and put like 100 million ads in
You
them.
should do it, but make it a longer
Okay,
video, the
yeah,
whole night, an
you gotta
8-hour
do
video.
like you gotta do like sleeping for 24 hours.
Guys, if I live stream myself sleeping for 24 hours,
Wait.
will you watch all the ads? Let me know.
You,
Kyla, I love you, but I don't think I'm gonna do that.
somebody might watch. There might be people that get obsessed, but it might be the wrong kind of people.
You know what? If you want to, if
There-
it gives
there's gotta
me
be some people out
monetization,
there
do
that
I
are into
care? That's the real question. That's a different discussion.
Yeah.
Do I care?
I guess you don't care who's watching it.
No.
8 hours of. You might be onto a whole new trend.
I will.
I mean, okay,
Somebody is going to
Mr.
watch this and do this video. I'll bet you anything. If you don't, somebody will.
Mr. Beast started off by saying Logan Paul 1,000 times.
100,000.
100,000 100,000?
He said something 100,000 times.
Yeah, it was Logan
Was it
Paul.
Logan Paul 100,000?
And then
Was
he
it?
also
Did he
said something
actually
else.
say it?
And he
Yes.
watched it. What is the
He
song
actually-
from Jake
it was
Paul?
like-
What's that song from Jake Paul? Did he listen to like 1,000 times or something?
It's everyday, bro.
It's
Oh,
every
right.
day, bro. Yeah.
It's every day, bro.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
that probably made Jake so much money.
And that's what he needs, more money.
That's
But-
insane.
Yeah, so I mean that's a
I guess it's kind of cool if you think about it that you can really put like whatever you want out on the internet. Like
Yeah.
somebody can mouth a song a million times and other
Yeah.
people
people
can
watch it. I mean, you'd be
contortion.
surprised what people watch on the internet. It's a matter of finding your niche, and if you don't want something on the internet, don't post it.
Right, it'll get there. People
and
see it.
If like you don't want it on the internet, who knows? The problem is like if you post it, and it happens to go crazy, like sometimes you gotta stick with that and roll with it.
Yeah,
Which a lot
there's-
of my friends have done before. They just post something because they think it's funny and like a joke, and they're like, "I'm never posting something like this again." But then it like blows up and goes crazy, and then everybody's like, "Oh my god, I want more of this." And but then they're like,
Fun
"Oh
fact,
no."
actually really, really sad fact. I know exactly who you're talking about.
What is she talking about? Yeah, people get worked up. My first experience with that on YouTube was there's this girl, Eliana Walmsley,
Yeah.
who is a dance mom's kid, so
Yeah, I
she's
know.
very well known. When she was younger, she's still young, I worked with her all the time, so I put her in like 6 videos in a row, right? So
Yeah.
as a joke, I had her on my shoulders for a video, and I introduced her as like, here's Eliana Walmsley, obviously my least favorite dancer on earth, haha, and she's giggling, I'm giggling, and we're gonna do a 10-minute challenge, and we were running around it. All the comments were, if you don't like her, why do you use her? How do you say that about her? Everybody got worked up that I had jokingly called her my least favorite when she's like
Yeah.
my daughter.
Yeah.
So then I had to do an apology video.
Oh no.
You have to do an apology.
Well, it wasn't really apologizing to fans, more like, Eliana, I just want to let you know you're my favorite dancer. You know that, right? And she's like, I know. And Nia was even in it. She's like, I love Eliana too. We did this whole thing.
Oh my god.
Because there was so much hate for me about having, because I don't think certain people get irony or humor.
Yeah.
They just like everything is literal. Whatever you say is a literal interpretation of
Yeah.
what you've said.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's like the one nice thing I've noticed about you have to feel like a certain audience to like understand the joke. One thing I've noticed is my fans seem to like most of them, like the majority of them, seem to understand what a joke is because I do troll a lot of people on my my main YouTube channel, and they definitely understand that I'm trolling them now.
And you also have a very funny sense of humor, but it's a dry sense of humor.
Yeah.
So I think you have to be able to follow that, and there is inherently irony in there. And then,
Yeah.
and if people take you literally, they're not going to get the humor. So obviously, if they get your humor, they know that you're joking.
Yeah, exactly. And that's like, it only comes with people who like know me and like want to watch my YouTube channel
Right.
because they like that kind of sense of humor.
Yes, but this is why I think you should be on a television show.
Like a
Because you-
reality show or like
no,
an actual
no,
TV
an actual
like, TV
show. Well, I've said that you should have a superhero show.
I would love.
Don't
to
you
have
think she should have a superhero show? I mean,
Yeah.
like Bendy Girl or something, Elastic
Yeah.
Girl. Like, why wouldn't you be like a
I
real
mean,
life one?
If they made like
know-
a live action Incredibles,
Okay,
you
a
should.
live action. Okay, here are the movies I think I would be great in.
By the way, if you get one of these, do I get any percentage for bringing this
Oh,
up?
I'm definitely taking like 20%.
Wait, but you didn't bring it up. It was my. It's
Yeah,
my.
that was
Why do you
his
get?
idea. You know what?
Wait a minute. How did you just get 20% out of this deal?
Don't
For
worry
what?
about it. Don't ask too many
Wait,
questions.
You're
Kyla's a
only reinforcing
businesswoman.
what I already said.
Silent
I get
but
20.
deadly.
I'll give you 5 of it, right? And then you get 80%.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
I'll get the 20, you
That
get the
sounds
5.
fair.
I'm glad we
No,
figured it
it's
out.
fair.
Okay, can Sophie continue?
Go ahead.
I've heard this from a bunch of people, but
Whoa!
that's fair.
No, you've heard it from me.
Sure.
Okay. Wow.
Okay, here are the movie roles that, in case like any like Universal
Steven
Studios
Spielberg,
or
if you're
Warner
listening right
Brothers
now.
or something like that. If any of you are watching this, like, well, Incredibles as Elastigirl, that could be great.
The thing I just said.
Yeah.
So if she gets that, I definitely get 20%
Merida
of
from Brave. I literally have her curly hair. I
This
shoot
is
bow
just-
and arrows. I can do it with my feet even. Come on, that's like perfect. I can dye my hair red for it. I'll do it.
Can you show us a little bit of your Irish accent right now, please?
I have not tried an Irish
Go ahead and just
accent.
try it for us. The Disney executives want to know.
The fans will know.
It's tight lips. 1, 2, 3, fire. Fire.
All right, give us your Irish
1,
accent.
2, 3, fire.
Three,
5,
four.
fire.
No!
Fire.
I'm like, so guys.
So, Sofie, I think we should work on the accent first. Okay,
Yeah.
you got the hair down.
You know
but
what? I
let's-
think you were about to
know
get
what?
that part
Okay,
until that
guys,
moment.
You know, guys, I have not even tried the accent till now. So, guys, if I
She'll
Hear me
work
out.
on it.
hear
She'll
me
work
out.
on
Yeah.
it.
If I work on it a little bit, I'm gonna start working on it now.
Yeah, you'll
if I
be
work
good.
on it a little bit,
Easy.
easy money.
I think in the next podcast you should open with an Irish
Open
accent.
with I'm going to.
Right, so everybody watch for the next podcast. She's gonna open with an Irish
I'm gonna
accent.
I'm
You'll
open
have a
with an
few
Irish
days at
accent.
least to work on it.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, fire, fire, fire,
You
five,
just got it down.
Brr.
fire,
Fire?
fire, 5, 6. By the way, I don't have it down at all, so don't listen to what I'm doing.
It sounds better than mine. I'm like, oh, 1, 2, 3.
You sound like you're speaking in cursive.
You have to be.
I am.
You have to speak
Like,
loudly.
guys, by the way, insider information. When Sophie's trolling someone and she like try or she's like talking about someone that she maybe isn't her favorite person, she'll like try and act like them and she'll talk like do the voice.
No. If I'm like saying, okay, so if I'm saying how like explaining what someone said,
If
but,
she's
like,
trolling
saying-
someone.
not necessarily trolling.
So if she's trolling someone, she has like a specific voice.
no,
It's
not necessarily trolling someone. Like if I'm just saying what somebody said, like
by trolling them. If somebody's making fun of someone, this is her
I was
voice.
telling secrets. I'm always like, yeah, just give me this.
Like pretend you're trolling me. She'll be like, Kyla said.
So, Kyla, wait, I know I can't do it. So, Kyla said that, she has to, she
You're not doing the voice.
she took a poo today.
Why is
and,
that? Why was that the one we decided to use? There could have been like so many other things she said, but I feel like that was the one we chose.
So Kyla, she told me today. She was like,
Why don't we?
well,
Why don't we work on this and we'll come back to it? Because I don't like what's happening with this one.
well, I have enough
about to
time
troll
to
you.
take a poo, and I was like,
This is why we don't let Sophie do talking on the podcast.
I was like, Kyla, how long is your poo gonna take?
She just went like a country accent.
What is
there's-
happening in
there's
this
so
podcast
many,
right now?
There's so many
Why
layers
are we
to
talking
it.
about you pooping?
I don't
Like,
know.
what is this? Why is this?
Kyla took a poo earlier.
Did I?
That's what happened.
Did I?
Why?
I feel like I actually didn't.
Really?
No, like really.
Kyla, stop lying to the fans right now.
Guys, I wish I could tell you the truth. I don't know where this podcast went wrong.
So you,
I don't
so
know.
you don't poo?
No. No. Never
Okay.
have. I don't think we should talk about it.
Okay, we're not gonna talk about it, but I'm just surprised that you don't poop. I mean, especially since you literally told me you poop. Okay, whatever.
I feel like that's like
Whatever,
Is this called
Kyla.
kiss and tell?
Kyla, whatever.
Is this what this is?
This is kiss and tell, but at this point it's poo and tell.
Yeah,
so
poo and tell.
basically this podcast is just Sophie making poop jokes for like 45
I
minutes.
have a problem with making poop jokes. I don't know why. I've just always since I was little, I've always made poop and whatever jokes, poop and fart jokes, and I feel like I've gotten so more comfortable online that so more comfortable. Okay, I've been more
I
comfortable
just
online.
can't get over the
to
fact
where-
that we brought this man out here from New York for you to talk about poop.
Okay, no,
I was like, we
no.
couldn't Zoom this.
No. Okay, well the thing is, I've just I've been so comfortable online lately that I'm making those jokes online now. A
Because
lot
you're getting more comfortable in your
Because
skin.
I'm being more comfortable.
Yeah.
and
Do you
it's
feel like
just
you got more comfortable the longer you did your YouTube videos or no?
Oh yeah, for sure. In the beginning of my YouTube, I mean, I feel like maybe you can speak on it, but I felt like in the beginning I'd always just be like, oh my god, how do I look? All this stuff, and now I'll literally go on and I'm just like, I don't really care.
That's not bad though. People love that. I
Yeah.
think. Yeah, I found that I've done 2 actual 24-hour live videos. So In both of those.
Wait, like you didn't edit it? You
No,
just-
he
No.
actually did 24 hours.
Yeah.
What did you do?
One time it was a walk around New York City and shoot for 24 hours with like 30 guest stars. That was going to be starring Sofie Dossi until somebody got a TV part and couldn't do it. And then the second time I was going to do 24 hours walking around London with somebody, but then COVID hit, so she couldn't do it. But eventually we'll do this thing where we're going to do 24 hours walking around taking pictures. But I did that once, and then just last weekend I did 24 hours Zoom to thank fans for 5 million, where I just had 1,000 fans on for 24 hours and brought people like Sophie and Nia on, others, and we would do You Won't Dares while also being on. But my point is, I was on for 24 hours. And at a certain point, you forget that people are watching, or you assume they possibly could not be still watching
Right.
because it's 3 a.m, but
Yeah.
it's still 1,000 people or wherever the max is.
damn.
And you're like, like I would just be talking like, Sandy, man, I am so, oh wow, still there's 1,000 of you. Okay, I guess I should entertain you. But at a certain point, you stop caring about entertaining. And I
Yeah.
think they really like that because then it's real.
Yeah.
You know, because for 10 minutes, like, yo, what's up, guys? Ah! But
Yeah.
after 24 hours, you can't do that anymore.
Yeah.
And they get to know who you really are.
No,
more.
I'd much
Like-
rather watch, like, as a viewer, not a creator, people for who they really are versus, like, a persona. I mean, if that's, like, your thing, if you have, like, obviously a character that you play up in your videos, that can be a form of its own entertainment.
It could be an
but
aspect of who you are. When I watch
Yeah.
Sophie's videos, I see Sophie, but it's not all aspects of you, right? It's like
I'm a little like I'm actually my crazy self. Like I'm still me. It's just more of like my wild
Sophie, like,
self.
5 Red Bulls in.
yeah. But
5 energy drinks in. That's me.
that's why I love your sleeping. I mean, I'm not
My
even
sleeping
joking.
clothes.
I think that something could happen with that idea because it's the exact opposite of what everyone does on
You don't
YouTube.
think I just
Yeah.
have, like, a bunch of weird perverts watching me sleep?
Yes, you would, but you could monetize it.
But I could collect the bag, so you know
Collect
what?
the bag. You know that's all that matters, Kyla. I'm just kidding.
Here's what I want to know. I want to ask you a question because I'm moving to LA soon, and I don't know if I'll stay permanently. But is it hard to come up with new either ideas or locations to shoot weekly? Because LA, like New York, there's always something new and exciting there to shoot. And here, I don't feel like that's the case as much. I feel like it's
Yeah.
the beach and then the suburbs and then a lot of concrete jungle. Is that
Yeah,
kind of true?
That is actually kind of true.
I'm
a
nervous
lot
about
of-
that.
Well, you're
I mean, the
going-
one reason why I like living where I am right here, like being kind of like right outside of LA, is I get to. It's a lot easier to film around here. You film like a lot more. You can film like at beaches, things like that, and. Yeah, in LA you can't. It's really hard to film around. You can film around, but like they'll kick you out of places a lot, and or at least that was back when I like would film a lot in LA. Like now when I film in LA, it's more only like, oh, I'm doing a collab with someone, I'm doing it at their house.
I see. So if you go to a location because they're so used to having people and film permits and all that,
Yeah.
they just kick you out and you can't get away with it.
Yeah, like
I mean,
okay,
you can
so like
still find
no,
places.
like-
I mean, there's a lot to do out here. But
okay,
I need
like
somebody
but
to-
like by the Dolby Theater when we first did our very first video together, I feel if we did that right now, there's no way I don't think we'd be able to do that.
Oh,
now.
funny fact about that. So for those of you who don't know, the first video I did with Sophie, we did a 10-minute photo challenge by the Chinese theater, and we got kicked out of 4 or 5 places, right? Okay, so
Yeah.
in 10 minutes, we
What?
went to
Yeah.
Sephora, the security guard. Okay,
Got kicked out of Sephora.
Right.
Got kicked out of where else did we get kicked out of?
We
got
got
kicked
kicked-
out
we-
of the park, the
we got-
bench.
we got kicked out of the place, the arcade place.
Yeah.
And then we got the
Busters?
security
Yeah.
guard came up to us when you're doing a specific pose on a bench in the middle of the square, right? Okay.
Yeah,
so-
and then stood in front of your camera so you couldn't take the photo.
Exactly. But this is why I'm making this point. Since I can't always work with Sophie, but I like to put her in videos whenever possible, I've done this new thing where it's copying Sofie Dossi's video, which is such a transparent, obvious attempt to just put her name in the
I
title.
feel like, no, it's so
for
funny
a video I've already
because
created.
wait, oh my god, I'd always like pop up like on like my recommended, and it'll be like, oh, something Sofie Dossi by Jordan Matter. I'm like, I don't remember being in Jordan Matter's YouTube video.
No. So I'll do a thing where I'll say Lily K. So I did one, which was Lily K from Dance Moms copying Sofie Dossi's 10-minute photo challenge,
You
right?
did more than one.
Yeah, I know. I did more than one, but I did this one with Lily. Now here's the point. So with Lily, we did that exact same video, right, where we ran around. But here's the crazy thing: it was 2 years later, Lily got busted in Sephora just like we did, and the same security guard came up to us and stopped us in the same spot at the same moment. We got busted again for the same exact thing 2 times in a row, 2 years apart.
Dang.
That was
So
crazy,
they really
right?
don't
I
want
mean-
you to create your content.
No, they really don't.
Well,
but the
also
bigger
Sephora is also very like they're. I don't know why they don't want you taking.
they're
photos in it.
really, really particular about it.
I
I've
don't know
never been
why.
able to get away with Sephora photos.
Yeah, that's. I don't know
They
why.
should like it for the content.
I'm like, you're gonna get free promo out of
That's
that.
the thing I
so.
don't understand because on one hand you have a call where you're getting X amount of money offered to you to promote a brand in your video, and
But
then
then
the
they
next
won't even
time
let you in the
but if
store.
you sneak into that same
Yeah.
store, they won't let you do it. They don't. The two different. They're not talking. They don't get the. But I guess the summary of this is even when she's not in a video, I put her in a video.
Yeah,
Yeah,
basically.
that's how much I like working with Sophie. Oh,
at
you're
this
not free.
point-
I'll
at this
just put your
point,
money.
Like, I'll just be like, oh, my name's Jordan Matters title. Oh, I don't remember being in it, but cool.
So we've joked where sometimes it might not have anything to do with you.
Yeah.
Like if we want views, I'll just like say Sofie Dossi and then not even put you in the video anywhere.
Yeah, I'm like, Jordan will be like, oh, let's, like, I'm in town, let's club. I mean, we've already been collabing anyways,
His
right?
whole
You
channel
need
is just
me?
so
Your whole channel's me anyways, right?
I have a best of Sophie favorite section. It's like 60 videos, and you're only in 20 of them. The other 40 are just your name.
Not even 20. I think we've done, like, how many have you done together?
Oh, I'd have to count. We've done a lot of videos.
We've done a
together.
lot.
Yeah,
like,
we've done a lot.
I think, like, 10.
We've done so many videos. We've done 2 different sunrise videos.
Oh, yeah.
Just twice meeting at sunrise. We've
Yeah.
done a lot of videos together.
Wow.
Yeah. Sunrise,
Yeah.
okay, sunrise shoots, they are gorgeous, but
They suck.
they're horrible.
Ugh, I hate it. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
just getting up
I'm
and getting
learning
ready at that
so much.
hour.
Yeah, whenever I suggest one to you, I always hope you're going to say no. Because I have
You
to
know I'm
suggest
always
it.
gonna say yes
and you're
to a
going to say yes, and I
sunrise.
kind of like hate you a little for saying yes because then we both have to do it and you hate me for asking, but then we do it and
Yeah,
we're
but
happy
like,
we
I'm
did
not
it.
going to say no to a sunrise shoot.
You can't say
you
no.
know?
And also, by 7 a.m., you've made your content for that day.
Yeah,
That's
and
awesome.
then you get to go home and relax. And, you know, it's so funny. After filming, I always feel like my energy is drained. Like,
Oh, my
I can't do
goodness.
anything the rest of the day.
The last time we shot, I said, "Do you want to do a sunrise?" And you said, "Yeah." I said, "Okay, cool. Let's do 2 more after that." We did because I was like, I got
I
Sophie.
remember
let's
I was
do
so
3.
tired.
3 days in a row.
No,
Oh, and-
3 videos in
and-
one day.
And
Starting at
and we went
sunrise.
to sunset.
Yeah, we did sunrise, sunset.
To sunset.
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness.
That was fun.
And after that, I was like, Jordan, I'm never doing a video with you again.
Yeah, and
but
she
then
hasn't.
here we are.
Well, this this is the first time I've been invited back. That was like 9 months
But
ago.
you've
that we
also
did
been in New York.
that. That's
so-
true. There was that. Anyway.
And we haven't
But
been
I mean,
able to travel
obviously,
'cause
you
of
guys
COVID.
Oh,
enjoy
no, that's
it.
not true. I brought her on then 2 Zoom videos.
Oh, yeah. This is actually, sorry. Wait, that's not true. I just lied about that. Jordan and I did collab
yeah,
after that.
Yes, we did.
Yes. So.
Whew.
Zoom videos.
But
So
it's
a lot.
early, but it's
There
fun.
are other. I do put other things on my channel. Every once in a while, I put
Uh-huh.
something that's not Sophie.
Yeah.
I'll put your name in the title.
Yeah, for sure.
She's just not in it.
Really?
Every once in a while.
Let's pull up the
Yeah.
channel.
Don't do him dirty like that on the podcast.
Yeah, not right,
Let
not in
this
front
man
of me.
collect his bag
yeah,
and leave.
yeah.
He's
Let,
gotta-
me
he's
leave,
gotta-
let me have my dignity, leave, and then you can troll me.
Trash him later. Do the voice, okay?
Yeah, you can do the voice, but I am kind of trashing myself.
I don't ever
That's literally what this girl does. Like, I'm not kidding.
I don't ever use Sofie Dossi in my videos. Not all of them, you know.
This is the real Sophie, guys. This is what she's done.
I feel like, okay, if I did any, like, voiceover auditions, I should do that voice. And,
Yeah.
Yeah, Jack,
Can I ask you just a
what's
question about that
up?
voice? Do you always tuck your curl behind your right
Yes.
ear when you do it?
Yes.
Yeah, I just like
'Cause
the
is that
Debbie
all?
Ryan.
Every time you've done it, you've done this move too.
Yes.
Yeah, it's this,
It's a package. You don't just get the
No.
voice without the hair
Well,
I
behind
don't
the
think you
ear.
can do the.
No, the
Try the
voice-
voice without the hand.
The voice has to have the hand.
And she does.
It's the... But, like, I have to do this hand. Like, I feel like I can't... Like, wait,
Oh,
wait,
I'm
let me,
waiting for me to
let
start
me-
doing it.
Let me try
I-
it without the hand. Yeah, it doesn't hit right. You know, Kyla, you know?
See, it's so bad because I always
have
like
to.
anytime I hang around someone too much, I pick up their habits, and so I've been waiting to like get it. Like I've caught myself. You've caught me doing the ear thing.
Oh, now
I
I-
never did that.
Okay.
and then I started hanging around Sophie, and now I'm talking to my mom, and I'm like, "Yeah, mom, let's go." And she's like, "What do you mean?" I'm like, "Let's go to the mall."
It's like a joke to me, like, because, okay, when the Debbie Ryan thing came out of, like, the girls going, like, you know, and I just thought it was funny, so I started doing that around everybody, and now I'm, like, doing it
she
all
can't
the
not do it.
But then you also always untuck the curl.
Yeah.
So you do it for the effect,
and then she unties
and then
it.
you get it back out to
Yeah,
where you
see
need
what
it to
I did
be.
there?
Yeah.
I got it down
Yeah.
on lock. I've memorized it at this point.
I'm just gonna tell you, you're gonna probably want to cut this
Okay,
part out,
just say
but
it.
my kiss and tell story is really intense.
No,
That's okay.
mine was
there's
horrible.
there's absolutely no chance that if I told my actual kiss and tell story that you could possibly beat it or ever anticipate what I'm gonna say.
Okay,
then
wait, no, 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 no,
Just-
no,
just
no,
so
no,
you
no,
know
no.
that to
I'm
be
so
true.
excited. Somebody ask.
Okay, I'm gonna ask. I'm gonna ask.
no.
Ready,
But
guys? Ready?
there-
Here's
yeah,
the here's the
no,
Just don't
ask
give him a
question.
chance. Just don't give him a chance. I want the real story.
There's no
Jordan Matter. Jordan Matter.
I'm telling you, you're not gonna put
The
this.
moment
Yes.
everyone's
There's no
all been
Jordan.
waiting
You're gonna put this
for.
on
Jordan, this is people have been watching 30 minutes of this
can't
video.
tell
The moment
story.
we've all been waiting for because this
I gotta make a
podcast is called
decision.
Kiss and Tell.
I gotta make
Tell us
What
your first kiss
was
story.
your first
and
kiss
no,
story?
I will know
Oh
if
my
you're
God, I
making
gotta
it
make a
up.
decision.
My first kiss story was pretty bad, so and
Okay.
Kyla's this is actually a pretty funny story, but mine's bad.
You go for it.
So you know that I've like my thing on YouTube is like dad, right? Like I have kids.
Yeah.
I'm older than you.
Yeah.
Like that's my thing. Like we're talking about my first kiss when I was 16 is an absolute. This isn't the kiss that you either of you have told the story of, and I haven't even seen. I know for a fact that you will never hear the story again in here. And I
Okay.
don't know if
Okay.
I should. I legitimately don't know. We
I
have to
think you
have
should.
one agreement.
Okay.
Okay, this is the agreement. I'll tell you this story now, and I'm going to tell you the PG version of it.
Okay.
Oh no.
But if I decide later that that was just a stupid thing to do, will you just cut it out for me? You have to agree that you
Okay.
will.
Give.
I'll give you my second kiss, which would then
Okay.
don't do the build up.
Okay. Okay. The moment we've all been waiting for, guys. Ready?
First.
The
kiss.
reason why this podcast is called Kiss and Tell. Me building this up. Jordan Matter, what was your very first kiss?
Okay, so I'm a
want
little
people to
nervous
see
about
him.
this. You want me to lean in so you can see?
Yeah.
I'm legitimately nervous. I'm sweating. I haven't told this story publicly ever, and I've never told my kids this. My wife knows the story, and she's shaking her head like, "You're not actually about to tell the story, are you?" As she's watching this, but I'm about to. And if you see it, it's because we all decided that we would leave this in. But that's really up for debate at this point.
We don't know
okay?
yet,
We don't
guys.
know.
If you're getting the real
All
story.
right, so anyway, I'm going to give you a little backstory to who I
Okay.
was when I was 16.
Okay.
I had yet to kiss anyone. I was very, very shy.
You wait, 17?
16.
16.
I was 16. I had never kissed anyone. I was shy. I'd never had a girlfriend, nothing. I'd moved a lot. I was the only child. My parents were divorced, and I had bright red hair and freckles, and I was teased everywhere I went. So I was bullied. And that was my whole existence. Okay, so not exactly a hit with the girls. Then I moved to California, and I was living in Malibu, and I was really not a hit at all with those people. All right. It was, pretty obvious that I was like turning to the age where a girlfriend or something, it would be pretty awesome, and I lived with my dad. And he saw that I was inexperienced with the girls,
Oh my gosh, why do I know exactly where this story's going?
and he felt like that might not be the best for my confidence or for anything.
Oh my gosh, why do I
So,
know?
okay, so let me tell you.
Oh no.
Let me tell you our living situation.
Oh my gosh.
You can stop me. Do you want me to stop?
No, continue. Continue.
She looked freaked out.
No, continue.
I want you to know you can't unhear things, right?
It's
like
fine.
you can't
No,
unhear
keep
things.
going, keep going, keep going.
I
keep
think we
going.
already know. Just continue.
I'm never gonna work with Sophie again. This is it.
No, keep going.
It's been a good collaboration. So he says, this isn't happening. He says,
Oh no.
so we're living on the beach in Malibu, and we live in a house, right, on the beach. I'm laughing, not crying, by the way. Okay, I can't get through this.
Jordan Matter's crying
Okay, so
now.
on the garage, there's a garage, and then on the top of the garage there's a studio apartment. Okay.
Jordan Matter's crying.
There's this,
Oh my god.
there's this guy named Bubba. Okay, his name was Bubba. Bubba was my dad's really good friend. Bubba lived in the studio apartment above the garage. Okay, that was Bubba. So, anyway. Oh boy. Oh god, this is a bad idea. So at one point, my dad, it's a Friday night. Of course I have no plans.
Yes.
Why would I have any plans? I'm a total loser. Right? I have no plans. I have nowhere to be.
Right.
It's a Friday night. It's 6 p.m.
Yeah.
I remember so specifically. I'm sitting in my room with nothing to do and no friends. And my dad comes in and he says, hey, Bubba wants to say hi to you. Up in the studio. I was like, oh, he does. He says, yeah. And then he looks at me and he opens my drawer and he pulls out I can't believe it.
What does he pull out, Jordan?
What does he pull out?
Are we sure about this?
Yes, Jordan, what does he pull out?
Why am I scared?
He pulls out a certain pair of underwear and he tosses it and he says, put these on. Can we be done now? No.
You didn't say the kiss.
Right.
I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
So I look at him like, that's weird. So I put on the underwear. He gives me a pair of jeans. I'm like, oh, I'm not really a jeans guy, but okay. I gotta go see Bubba in this certain pair of underwear and jeans. I go up there and I see Bubba.
Yes.
And then I see a woman.
Oh, no.
Yes, I do. And she's, from what I remember, a student at UCLA. And she's like drop dead gorgeous. And that's really intimidating for a 16-year-old who's never talked to a girl, is terrified of women, and is shy.
Right.
And there's this, and she's sitting there and she's wearing, of course, a robe. Sorry, do we still have to do this? Don't you get the picture? Like, God, this is torture. We get it, right? Don't we? We can connect the dots here.
We don't get it. We don't get it.
We don't understand it.
We don't get it.
You have to
Okay.
go to the kiss. Just the kiss.
Okay.
No. So you see this woman in a robe with Bubba.
Then Bubba says, I gotta take off, and this is my friend such and such. I can't for the life of me remember her name. Would you keep her company? I said, okay. And then he leaves, and she's just sitting there drinking a glass of wine at 6 in the afternoon. It's daylight out, and I'm standing there. I don't know what to do. And she starts asking questions like, so you play baseball, huh? And I'm like, yeah. Like, I'm terrified. I'm sitting there like this. I can't speak more than one syllable. And then she's like, so you like school? Yeah. And so that's our conversation for a little while, and she's sitting there. And then at some point, she just says to me, I want to give you a visual.
Okay. Do I want it?
Yeah, this is okay. I'm 16, but I'm skinny. I look like I'm about 10. I have freckles. I have long red hair with bangs. I mean, it's not a pretty picture, right? I don't know what I'm doing, and I'm like this. And then she says, you're really attractive, which is just not true. Objectively, it's not true. I was not attractive, and I even kind of knew it. But she says, can I kiss you? And I said, yeah. And my heart's like, brrr. So she walks over. I don't stand up. I don't know what to do. And she just leans over and I go, and I'm like this, kissing her. And she's leaning over and we're kissing. And that was my first kiss. And then we don't have to talk about what happened after.
Your father got you a prostitute for your first kiss?
I wouldn't call her a prostitute. She was more of a call girl who paid her way through college, apparently, by giving boys their first kiss and other things.
Your father paid
My
for
dad
your
paid.
first kiss?
Yes, he paid somebody.
Among other things, I'm assuming.
Among other things, which we don't have to talk about. Anyway.
On that note, thank you guys so much for watching Kiss and Tell.
No,
Hope you guys enjoyed this.
No,
Oh my
we're not.
gosh, I can't wait to tell my mother.
Wait,
I
wait.
cannot wait
No,
to
it's not
tell my
over.
mother this
We're not
week.
actually going to conclude
Yes,
that.
yes,
No, no,
thank you for
no,
watching
we're not
Kiss and Tell.
including that.
Yes.
Let me talk about my second kiss.
We gotta
No,
go,
we're not
guys.
gonna
Thank
use
you.
that.
Thank you so much
Wait,
for
wait,
listening.
no, it's not over. No,
Stay
no,
tuned for
no,
next
no,
week.
no.
Stay tuned for next
Oh my
week.
God.
We got a
Bye,
very
guys.
special guest.
Bye.